February 2013. Crown Casino, Melbourne, Australia. You are looking at the largest casino in the country. A fortress of gambling boasting 220,000 square feet of gaming floor, 2,500 slot machines, 540 table games. Billions of dollars flow through this building every single year. To protect this empire, Crown installed a $50 million security system. We are talking about 30,000 high-definition cameras, ex-military surveillance staff, state-of-the-art facial recognition software. It is a system designed by the exact same companies that secure Las Vegas. In 20 years of operation, it has never been successfully robbed, not even once. But right now, someone is about to rob it blind. And the most insane part is that the casino will actually invite him to do it. They will pay for his flight. They will give him a free luxury villa. They will treat him like a king. His name is James Manning, a wealthy businessman from New Zealand, a self-made millionaire who loves high-stakes blackjack. He receives a call from Crown VIP Services, inviting him to the exclusive Mahogany Room. All expenses paid, with extra cash waiting in the vault, just in case he gets lucky. Manning smiles and accepts the invitation, but he is not coming to lose. And more importantly, he will not be playing alone. Welcome to the Mahogany Room. This is where millionaires go to lose their fortunes. It is an invitation-only sanctuary located on the first floor of the Crown Towers Hotel. Minimum bets here start at $500 and go up from there. The maximum bet is limited only by how much cash you can physically bring to the table. It is a world of rich mahogany paneling, leather seats, and crystal glasses. Personal hosts, remember your favorite drink. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlook the Yarra River. This is not just gambling, it is pure theater. Everything is meticulously designed to make you feel like absolute royalty while you hand over your life savings. Crown assigns Manning a personal VIP handler. Her job is simple. Make sure he has everything he needs: drinks, food, entertainment. Anything to keep him sitting at the table, anything to keep him happy. What Crown does not know is that this specific VIP handler has a price, and Manning has just paid it in full. Her real name is protected by a strict non-disclosure agreement. Crown fired her within 48 hours and buried the entire story. So, for the sake of this investigation, we will call her Sarah. For months before Manning even arrived, Sarah had been preparing. She was learning the camera systems. She was mapping out the blind spots. She was studying the security shift changes. She was not just a VIP handler anymore. She was a scout. And what she discovered was the ultimate vulnerability. Crown surveillance system uses incredibly powerful cameras with pan, tilt, and zoom capabilities. They can read the value of a single chip from 50 feet away. They can zoom in on a player's cards before the player even picks them up. Everything these cameras see is transmitted directly to the surveillance room. Dozens of ex-military security experts sit there, watching hundreds of screens, looking for cheaters. But Crown overlooked one tiny technical detail. Those surveillance feeds are not on a closed hardwired circuit. They transmit wirelessly. If someone knew the exact frequency, the correct protocol, and the right access codes, they could tap into the cameras. They could watch the exact same live feeds that the security team watches. They could see every card and every chip. Sarah provided those exact access codes. But why would she do it? Why would a loyal employee risk federal prison? Sarah had worked in VIP services for 6 years. Her salary was roughly $55,000 a year. But in late 2012, her mother was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Medical bills started piling up, reaching $15,000 a month. Insurance covered a fraction, but it was not nearly enough. Mortgage records show Sarah refinanced her apartment in November. Bank statements show her drowning in credit card debt. She was working double shifts, exhausting herself, but the math simply did not work. Then, James Manning walked into her life. He is a businessman who identifies weakness. He noticed her exhaustion, asked the right questions, and learned about her dying mother. Then, he made an offer she could not refuse. $300,000 in pure cash, just for a few access codes. No violence, no one gets hurt, just a simple transfer of information. When you are crushed by debt and watching your mother slip away, a stranger offering a lifeline is not a criminal, he is a savior. Sarah became the human vulnerability in a $50 million fortress, and Manning exploited her perfectly. With the codes in hand, the invisible door was wide open. The heist was ready to begin, but a code is just a key. To actually steal the money, Manning needed a ghost. Someone sitting outside the casino walls, watching the live feeds in real time, and whispering the winning moves directly into his ear. Somewhere in Melbourne, police never found the exact location. A man sits in front of multiple computer screens. He is young. He probably has a computer science background and an excellent understanding of networking protocols. Right now, he is looking at live feeds from inside Crown Casino. Camera 247 shows the Mahogany Room Blackjack Table 3. It is a crystal clear shot. Camera 248 provides an overhead view. It is the perfect angle on the dealer's cards. Camera 249 is a wide shot showing the entire table. All players are visible. The hacker can see everything that the casino security team sees, but he has one massive advantage. The casino security team is looking for problems. The hacker is looking for profits. The plan is incredibly elegant in its simplicity. Step 1. Manning sits at Blackjack Table 3 in the Mahogany Room. Step 2. The hacker watches the security feed from outside the building. Step 3. The hacker sees the dealer's hole card before Manning has to make any decisions. Step 4. The hacker signals Manning through a hidden wireless earpiece. Step 5. Manning bets accordingly. In Blackjack, if you know the dealer's cards, you have approximately a 95% advantage. You are not gambling anymore. You are following a mathematical script. But now, Manning faces the hardest part of the entire operation, winning $32 million without triggering any alarms. If he wins too many hands, it is suspicious. If he is too consistent, it is suspicious. He needs to look like the luckiest man alive, not the smartest man in the room. It is February 15th, 2013. 9:47 in the evening. Manning sits down at Blackjack Table 3. He orders a whiskey. He chats with the dealer. He is calm, charming, and completely invisible. He has played thousands of hands in his life, and tonight looks like just one more normal session. He starts with controlled bets, ranging from $50,000 to $100,000. He wins some hands, and he loses some hands. It is the usual rhythm. To anyone watching the cameras, he is just another wealthy regular. For the first hour, everything looks perfectly ordinary. He goes up $50,000, down $30,000, and back to even. It is the perfect camouflage. But in his right ear, a tiny voice whispers. The hacker's voice is calm, delayed by only a fraction of a second. The hacker watches the live camera feed, calculating every probability in real time. Then, at 10:23, the signal comes in. Big bet, you have the edge. Manning pushes forward $400,000 in chips. The dealer shows a 10, Manning draws a 16. This is the absolute nightmare hand. If you hit, you will probably bust. If you stand, you will probably lose. Stand, the voice whispers. Dealer busts. Manning stands. The dealer flips her hole card, showing 15. She hits, draws a 10, and busts. Manning wins $400,000. The surveillance officer zooms in and reviews the hand. Standing on 16 versus a 10 is not impossible. It might be lucky, but it is certainly not illegal. Manning shrugs, sips his drink, and returns to his controlled mid-range bets. This becomes his pattern. Controlled, 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 and then one impossible win. Hours pass, and the pattern hides in plain sight. But every flawless system carries a hidden fault line. And at 2:34 in the morning, that fault line almost destroys him. By now, Manning is up roughly $2.5 million. He has played 4 massive hands, and every single one was flawless. The system is humming. Then, at exactly 2:34, the voice in his ear goes dead. Total silence. He adjusts his collar. He stays casual and calm. Nothing happens. The dealer is already shuffling the cards. Manning has $85,000 left in the betting circle. He has no signal, no mathematical edge, and no backup plan. He is completely blind. The dealer deals the cards. Manning gets a 14. The dealer shows an 8. Basic strategy says you should hit. But what if the dealer has an 18 hiding underneath? What if the next card busts him? Sir, the dealer asks. Manning breathes in deeply. He gets a 9. He busts and loses $85,000. The pit boss watching nearby smirks. Finally, the lucky guy bleeds. But that single loss saves him. For 2 hours, his decisions had been entirely too perfect. They were robotic. This one mistake makes him look human again. 10 seconds later, the voice crackles back into his ear. Signal restored. The interference has cleared. Manning does not react. He just finishes his drink. Later, investigators will find the cause. It was a standard casino wireless sweep at 2:34. A 10-second interference burst jammed the feed just enough to nearly wreck a $32 million plan. but it accidentally made the entire scheme bulletproof. Sometimes, losing $85,000 is the smartest play you can possibly make. Over the next 10 hours, Manning plays 347 total hands. 8 of them are completely extraordinary. He doubles down, risking over $1 million on a single hand, and wins. He hits on a 17, an unthinkable move, and draws a perfect 4. Between those 8 headline wins, Manning plays 339 ordinary hands. His average bet is around $65,000. Knowing the dealer's hole card lifts his win rate from 50% to roughly 60%. This gives him a 12% effective edge. At that massive scale, a subtle 12% advantage becomes a silent, unstoppable machine. That edge quietly generates millions. Add the 8 perfect strikes, and Manning walks away from Crown Casino with $32 million in verified winnings. By 7:47 in the morning, he is officially the luckiest man in Australian gambling history. Unofficially, he is the absolute best cheater Crown Casino has ever seen. In the surveillance room, a technician named Marcus is reviewing footage. He has been watching casino cameras for 11 years. He knows what normal luck looks like. This is not it. He pulls up table 3 for the last 8 hours and shows every single hand over $300,000. The footage compiles. Marcus watches once, twice, 3 times. He checks for marked cards. He watches for signals between players. Everything looks completely clean. Then he notices something incredibly strange. Manning keeps touching his right ear. It is not constant, just occasional, like he is adjusting his glasses, but he is not wearing any glasses. Marcus zooms in frame by frame. There, just barely visible, is a tiny flesh-colored device sitting deep in Manning's ear canal. It is smaller than a fingernail, almost entirely invisible, an earpiece. Someone is feeding him information, but who and exactly how are they doing it? Marcus pulls up the network logs. This is where it gets interesting. Someone accessed the surveillance cameras remotely during Manning's entire session. Not from inside the building, from outside. Someone completely bypassed Crown's $50 million security system and used it to actively rob the casino. Marcus picks up the phone. Wake up the head of security. Wake up the casino manager. We have a massive problem. By 6 in the morning, Manning's winnings are completely frozen. By 6:15, heavily armed security guards are standing directly outside his luxury villa door. The knock on the door comes at 6:23 in the morning. Manning is celebrating with his family, his wife, and his kids. They think Daddy just had the absolute luckiest night of his entire life. They are already planning how to spend the money. Private schools, a new house, maybe a massive boat. Manning opens the heavy wooden door. 6 security guards stand there. They are all former military, their faces incredibly serious. Mr. Manning, we need you to come with us right now. His wife's face goes completely white. What is happening? There has been a serious irregularity with your winnings. We need to discuss it immediately. Manning knows exactly what this means, but he plays it cool. Of course, let me get dressed. Now, sir. They forcefully escort him to a private security office, entirely bypassing any real police station. Casinos much prefer to handle these things internally. They sit him down in a cold room. There are no handcuffs yet, but the implied threat is crystal clear. Mr. Manning, we reviewed your play last night. We analyzed 8 specific hands, every single one going against massive mathematical probability. We also found an earpiece, and we found hard evidence of unauthorized remote access to our security cameras. Would you like to explain exactly how this happened? Manning says absolutely nothing. He has been perfectly coached for this exact moment. Deny everything. Say nothing without a high-powered lawyer present. But here is the most brilliant part of the entire operation. Manning never actually cashed out his chips. The $32 million are still sitting in the casino's internal system. Crown legally cannot accuse him of stealing money that technically still belongs to them. Am I under arrest? Not yet, but we are contacting the police immediately. Then I would absolutely like to leave right now. The security chief leans forward, his voice low. Mr. Manning, you are never coming back to this casino. You are never coming back to any Crown property in the world. And if you even attempt to cash those chips, we will have you permanently arrested for massive fraud. Manning stands up slowly. I would like to collect my family now. Within 30 short minutes, Manning and his entire family are heavily escorted out of Crown Casino. He is not arrested. He is not charged with any crime. He is just banned forever. His $32 million remain entirely frozen in the system, technically unclaimed, technically still belonging to the massive Crown Corporation. But here is exactly what Crown absolutely does not want to admit to the public. If they prosecute Manning, They have to publicly admit their impregnable security system was severely compromised. They have to admit that a random hacker tapped directly into their precious cameras. They have to admit that their $50 million shield had a catastrophic human vulnerability. The extremely bad publicity would end up costing them significantly more than $32 million. Wealthy high rollers would simply stop coming. Panicked investors would instantly crash the stock price. Government regulators would tear the entire operation apart. So, Crown Casino makes a decision that sounds completely insane to any normal person. They decide to aggressively cover the entire thing up. But wait, there is one final, mind-blowing detail that makes this entire story absolutely perfect. February 15th, 2013. The exact same morning Manning gets permanently banned, he was supposed to star in a massive Crown Casino PR stunt. The Winston, officially the world's most expensive cocktail. It features cognac from 1858, priced at $12,500. It was an official Guinness World Record attempt. The press was already fully assembled in the lobby. Manning was supposed to order the drink on live camera, but now he is permanently banned, escorted forcefully off the property, and completely gone. Crown cannot simply cancel the event. The media is already there waiting. They cannot explain his sudden absence, because that raises entirely too many dangerous questions. So they frantically improvise. They literally beg another wealthy regular customer to order the $12,500 cocktail on live camera and pretend it was his own idea. He agrees. Crown pays for it, secures their precious Guinness World Record, and then extremely quietly refunds his $12,500. Crown Casino did not actually sell the world's most expensive cocktail that morning. They completely faked the entire event simply to cover up a $32 million heist attempt. But here is the absolute final question. If Manning never actually got the money, and the brilliant hacker was never caught, and the desperate inside woman completely disappeared without a trace, who actually won this massive game? Maybe absolutely nobody won. Maybe everybody involved lost everything. And maybe, just maybe, that is what makes this the absolute most perfect heist of all time.